Okay, TGIF people, welcome to the program. It's another edition of your favorite program, Random Things, right here on Click Niger Radio. I mean, it's Friday. I'm excited. I'm very excited to be here. And as you can see, my
Yeah,
guest
I'm
is
very
smiling.
excited too. I'm very excited to be
Yes,
here.
you'll get to meet him very, very soon. But hey, the program again is Random Things, and I am your favorite host, Makcit, aka Purple Diva. So on the show, we feature a guest, a random person, and discuss the most mundane things. And we usually have a random question each week. All right. So my guest today is Pius Danba Pius Esquire. Welcome to the Click Niger Studio.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I like your
Oh,
studio.
thank you very much. I mean, it's not me, but thank you.
Uh,
All right. Pius Danbaba Pius is a lawyer and human rights activist. Now, first of all, I must say that I mean, from your outfits, like, I wanted to
yeah.
tell you that I like the way you dress. Like,
Okay.
I mean, it's not every time you look
I'm not looking loyally wearing all
exactly.
those. Okay, I
Yes, I
got
like it. And it's
it.
Friday, it's chill, it's
Yeah,
relaxed, and
yeah,
that's what the show is. All right. It's a
yeah,
very chill show.
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, thank you for coming. All right. So, today, our random question for the week is you've been given an elephant. All right.
Yeah.
But you can't give it away or sell it. What will you do with it? Now, you will not answer just yet.
Okay.
All right, later you
Yeah.
answer. We already have a couple of comments, but if you want to answer, and if you're following online, you can also go to our Facebook page where this video is and comment under the video. Okay, what you've been given an elephant, but you can't give it away or sell it. What will you do with it? All right, I told you it was a very random question. Okay, so now we'll talk to our guest for a bit and then we'll come back to your comments. Okay, so now back to you, Pius.
Yeah.
You're a lawyer, I mean, Esquire. How long have you practiced law for?
Well, I've been practicing law for the past 7 years.
7 years, okay.
Yeah.
In lawyers, and would you say that's just a little, a lot, or is just enough?
Well, I think that's a lot.
A lot, okay. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really not about the years; it's really about what you've been doing
Of
as well
course,
too.
of course, of
Yeah,
course.
okay. So your
Yeah.
bio reads human rights activist.
Yes, yes.
Is that the branch of law that you practice, or it's or just something you like to do
Yes,
outside your
it's
main work?
something I like to do. My core areas, election petitions and intellectual property.
Oh, intellectual property.
Yes,
That's
yes.
interesting. Very interesting. I think because that concerns us here too a bit.
Yes, it does. It
Okay, all right.
does.
So before I get to that now, in terms of your work now, even with the human rights issues that probably you've handled, what is the biggest human rights issue you've handled personally or that
Well,
you've come across?
well, there are so many human rights issues we see every day.
Well, which one? Okay, let's say which one is dear to you, which one is close to your heart.
Well, like a particular case I handled or
Anyone,
an
either a particular
area.
case or a particular area that you actually are more attracted to, let's say.
Okay, okay. There is one particular case I handled,
Mm-hmm.
and that involved some persons who were falsely accused of. It was actually as a result of a protest. People went out for protest in a
Okay.
local government.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then the protest resulted to some violence.
Okay.
You understand? And those people were actually demanding for their right to have their traditional ruler installed, the person that the people chose.
Choose. Okay.
Okay, so but at the end of the day, some innocent persons who had even nothing to
To
do
do
with the
with it.
protest, they just went at night and arrested them in their houses.
Okay.
So they reached out to me and we took up the matter for them, lingered in court, but eventually we got them released, and they were freed of all charges that were
Charges
preferred against them. So it was gratifying to
for
see
you.
that yes, if we use the law to actually set innocent persons free.
Free. Okay,
And they
that's
were
nice.
quite large. They were about 14 persons.
Wow. And
Yes.
all of them were
Yes,
innocent.
all of them were innocent.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice. Well done. I mean, you guys do a lot actually. We
Yeah.
may not hear some of these cases
Yeah.
actually. They may not make the news all the time,
Yes.
but Yeah, that's really nice. I mean, and you talked about protests. That's something that's happening, like I
Yes,
mean, in
yes,
the
yes,
country
yes,
now.
yes.
I'd like to touch on that a bit, but before we get to that, all
Yeah.
right, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Random Things, and you know how we do here. We have a random question, which you can see on the screen. But yeah, our guest today is Pius Danba. Pius, a lawyer and human rights activist. He's chilling with me today, and it just so
Yeah.
happens he's a Josite as well.
Yeah,
Great Josite.
great.
I mean, I'm happy about that as well. If you do not go to the University of Jos, now you
Sorry for
sabi.
you.
All right, so yeah, this is the question, so you can answer it. We have a couple of answers already. I'll be taking them soon. You've been given an elephant, but you can't give it away or sell it. What will you do with it? All right, that's the question. Let me take some of the comments that we got. All right, for the. Have you thought of your own answer?
Well, I'm still thinking about it.
You're going to answer like in the next 1 minute. All right, so
Okay.
yes. Okay, so the network it's loading. Okay, but I think most people had a similar answers to the question when we asked. All right, so we have let me see. Chini Obia says, I will rent it out to the zoo. I'm not technically selling it or giving it away, renting out.
Interesting.
Does the law recognize that that's not selling?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can give. Oh, he's not giving it out
Out and it's not
technically.
selling it.
Yeah.
Nangi Shampepenems and Hagai says, I'll have people pay to come and see my elephant. Maybe add other harmless animals. Okay. Akila EA says, I'll build a beautiful reserve center and use it for performances, which would have practiced and entertained people to pay fees to view and probably come closer to taking back rides.
Mm.
Oh, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
can you build a reserve for one animal?
No, no, I don't think so. You certainly need
More.
more.
All
Yeah.
right. Tracy Jatal says, well, I will keep and take care of it, then turn my house to a tourist center. Before seeing or snapping with the elephant, you will pay. Another source of income for me.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Okay, so let's pause here and then let's hear from you, Pius. I have been giving you expo already. All right, so if you've been given an elephant but you can't give it away or sell it, what will you do with it?
Oh, well, since I can't give it away, I can't sell it, then obviously I just have to keep it and find a way to enjoy its company in my house as a
Okay.
pet.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Somebody actually said that. I read so somebody said that he would use it as a means of transportation.
That's
Moving
going
from
to
one place to
that's
the
going to
other.
take you forever to get to wherever you want to go to.
But I mean, imagine that you had an elephant in Abuja, somewhere like Abuja. Do you even think Abuja drivers will stop for the elephant?
They will stop. They
They
will
will
stop.
stop.
They will stop. People like to see strange things.
Yes,
They
true.
see
That's the
when
reason
when
why.
they see you on elephant, they be like, "Ah, what's happening here?"
All right, guys, you can still send in your comments. It's still random things right here on Click Niger. All right, so back to our guest, Pius Dambapa Pius Esquire, a lawyer, human
Danba,
rights.
actually.
Damba. Oh, sorry,
Yes.
Damba.
Yes.
I'm sorry for that.
Mm.
Pius Damba
Pie.
Pius.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now at least I won't make a mistake again. So,
Yeah.
all right, you mentioned something about protest earlier, and I said I want to touch
Yes.
on that. So, for instance, now what exactly is the position of the law on protests?
Well, the law is that you are allowed to protest. It is your fundamental right to actually, feel aggrieved by whatever is going on
Mm-hmm.
and register your grievance by way of peaceful protest.
Protest. Okay.
Yeah, it's only when you turn it to a violent protest that the law proscribe or does not allow. As long as you are conducting yourself peacefully, as a matter of fact, the law enjoins the police to offer you protection while you
Okay.
protest.
All right, so
Okay.
that means there's a process rather before you even go out for a protest.
No, no, no. You don't need any permit. You don't need anything. You
Oh,
just go onto the street and then start your protest.
protest. Oh,
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. It's not like before that you have to write to the police or
Oh, road
seek for
safety.
clearance before they give you permit to go. No, 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 no. Because by the time you subject it to the process of permission, then obviously it's no longer a right. It's more or
Okay.
less like a privilege.
Oh, wow, I
Yes.
like that. It changes what the protest is now. It's not.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's really interesting. All right. So now let's move. You said something about intellectual property. You
Yes,
mentioned
yes,
that
yes,
as well.
yes.
All right. So I mean, and that brings me to my next question. Like nowadays, people like to get legal backing for everything. They've seen the need for it, so they get legal backing for everything they do. But how important now is legal advice or action for digital content creators?
It's very, very important. It's key because this is an information age. You can't afford to do anything without the right set of information. So, of course, to protect your intellectual property, to protect your content, because one of the key aspects or industry now that is thriving is creating content either online, offline, in your industry, wherever. So, in creating your content, of course, you will need an expert that will guide you or to ensure that your content is properly protected, so that it's not easily stolen or you are not exploited in the process. Yes.
Okay, so but like are there at the moment now, is there like a rule handbook that guides the steps to take maybe before creating content, or what
No,
to take note of?
all you need to do is whatever you're doing, okay, just have a counsel, like a lawyer that advises you on what you do, because people are into different things, you understand. So depending on what you do, the lawyer will be able to guide you and say, okay, maybe you need to register this, or you need to sign these documents before you release this content.
Ooh,
And all that. Yes.
All right, but like now I'm getting more curious, right? We in the news we had the issue of a particular a big TV, will I say, streaming platform or content creation platform that had issues with an individual who said they used her story.
Yes.
They used her story to make a movie.
Yes.
Now, and she said because this is something that she put out as a news story, so they used it to make a movie. And this industry is saying they did not use her own story. In that case, how does she prove? Does she have any rights over that movie?
She has,
considering that she released the story on a social media platform.
In fact, as a
matter or in a news or something.
As a matter of fact, what the law protects is your ideas that have been expressed. So if it's not even expressed, then the law doesn't protect it because it's just in your head.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So the moment it's expressed, then it becomes something that the law can protect it for your benefit. If someone wants to exploit it or use it for financial gains, then certainly that person will need permit from you, or he will need to actually get a license from you or pay you or kind of sign something with you.
Okay, so in this lady's case now, they obviously now her own counsel has to find proof that it is her story.
Yes, that is her story.
Oh, yes. And that's the hard part.
Well, if it's her story, certainly she'll have evidence.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, this is Random Things right here on Click Niger. Of course, I am Makcit, and today I am chilling with an Esquire. Yeah, we decided to shift things a bit, but I'm sure you've still seen the connection. Okay, so today our guest is Pius Danba. Pius, a lawyer and human rights activist. We've been talking a lot, and yes, our random question for today is: you've been given an elephant, but you can't give it away or sell it. What will you do with it? Our guest said he's going to keep his own as a pet.
I will just keep it as a pet. I can't sell it.
All right. So we have a comment here. Ene Kenyawe says, "Can I sell the elephant's meat if I butcher it?" But that's still selling.
That's still selling.
Yeah. And thank God we have a lawyer here.
Yeah, that's still selling, because if you butcher it, you're still selling. So.
All right. Ehi Ohiani says, "Elephant. Elephant. Kai. Where did they sell elephant?" All right, guys, you can still send some of your comments. So we'll go back to some of the comments we received earlier, right? This person says, who's the next person? Okay, Sylvia Agoha says, "I will make money out of it. Take a picture with elephants, 5K. Ride on my elephant, 10K. Feed my elephant, 2K. Feature my elephant in a movie or music video, 1 million.
This person knows how to do business.
I think I actually I love this one.
Yeah.
I love this. Didi Dorothy Joseph said, that's how I started zoo business. So. Mohamed Dabugat, I'll keep it as my new pet. Joyce Elagoji Agbo, I'll start up a business. Come to my elephant and pay. Seeing and touching, 200 naira. Seeing and riding, 500 naira. Seeing, touching, riding, and taking 2 snapshots, 1K. Snapshots with elephant per 30 minutes and above session, 5K.
The prices of this person very
Very
reasonable.
reasonable. I like you.
A good
Prokla Ayuba
person.
says, open a zoo. All right, guys, you can still
Yeah,
send in your comments. I mean, I think the options are limitless, and I guess the idea is just I mean, this may never happen, right, to
yeah,
someone,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's just interesting thinking of how
Yeah.
of what the possibilities could be.
Yes,
It's
yes,
endless. All
yes.
right, guys. But keep your comments coming. All right, you've been given an elephant, but you can't give it away or sell it. What will you do with it? All right. Keep the comments coming. All right. So back to you, Pius. Right. Now, so for legal, like for people now, digital content creators, right?
Mm.
Like you said, the best thing is to just get counsel
Yeah,
before
yeah, yeah,
before
yeah,
they put out content, before they
yeah,
do
yeah.
anything, right? All right, so I think we too will take note over here too.
Pardon?
I said we too will take notes here
Sure, sure,
to
sure, sure,
know that
sure,
it's very important.
sure.
All right, so from our research, we found out that you've been doing a community project
Yes, yes,
in
yes,
your town
yes, yes,
for about
yes.
6 years, 5 years,
Yeah,
6 years.
we did the sixth edition in December 2020.
2020. Okay, what
Yes.
exactly is it?
Well, as a law firm, I felt that there is need for one to start giving back to the society.
Okay.
So each year we try to organize a kind of a community development program,
Mm-hmm.
and basically is to reach out to the less privileged in the society by way of offering free legal service on the one part,
Oh,
yes, and then also offering free medical outreach. So we get to engage the rural hospitals to come organize a program where people come and get free testing, medical testing, and advice, and probably one or two treatments.
okay, that's
Yes,
really
and then
interesting.
we also organize a quiz and a debate competition for secondary schools.
Oh,
Yeah, at the end of the day, we give award to
winners.
the winners.
Oh, okay, that's
Yes,
nice. Where are you
yes,
from exactly?
from Taraba
So you
State.
do it in your state,
Yes, I do it in my state, Taraba
in
State,
your local
the same
government.
local government.
Oh, that's
Yes,
so sweet.
yes.
I
So we've been
mean,
doing that for the past 6 years.
six
Yes,
years.
we did
Wow,
the
and of
sixth edition in December.
December. Okay, so of course, this is something that you hope to continue and
Yes,
even
yes,
grow
yes.
bigger
Yeah,
than this.
it's a lifetime plan. I want to do it forever.
Oh, okay, by God's
Yes.
grace, it's a noble one. All right, so but what's the motivation for you?
Well, because that's where I came from, and when I was growing, of course, I saw the challenges people face, especially like with respect to the secondary school. When you go to rural communities, there is nothing motivating students.
Mm,
Yes, so you discover that apart from this program that we're doing throughout the year, there is no any competition going on in the
wow, in
schools
this.
to
Oh, okay.
motivate students to read or to, become serious with their academics and all that. So I
Okay.
felt that there is a big gap there in the rural community. So I decided to come up with something like this. So that, yes.
All right, that's good. And I think this also goes out to everyone too, even to me. Like you said, now imagine we live in the city, in the urban cities,
Yes,
and
yes,
we have activities every now and then. So
yes,
imagine
yes,
someone who goes through the year and
yes,
there's nothing new, nothing fresh,
yes,
nothing
yes,
challenging
yes,
in their immediate
yes,
environment for them.
yes.
I think this is a call to all of us to look back and
Of
see
course.
what we can do, all right, for our community and not what our community can do for us. All right, it's on this note that we come to the end of the program for today, Random Things. I hope it was a good one for you.
It is. It
All
is. I
right, and I
really
hope you
enjoyed it.
enjoyed
Yeah.
it too watching. But that's how we do at Click Nigeria. Like we serve you the best of all worlds. All right. Thank you, Pius Danba Pius Esquire,
Thank you
for coming on the
too.
show
Thank
today.
you too.
Thank you,
I'm grateful.
and for educating us too. I've learned a lot today. I mean, I hope you
Uh,
have too. All right, and thank you all too for watching and for listening. All right, to the live stream online. My name is Makcit. I'll see you another time on another edition of Random Things right here on Click Niger. Make sure you have the best of your Friday. Like this one, I mean, with Pius, I know that the way you're dressed,
I'm ready.
it's going to be awesome, all right? So
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of your day, people. Toodles.